how good this E63 coupe is. Hey guys, welcome back to Remove Before Race. And the excitement that I'm feeling right now cannot be summarized in words. I tried to be eloquent, but today it's just not going to happen. I'm with my first ever prototype AMG here in Sweden, in Arjeplog, and it is of, I'm sure you can guess, the newest A-class AMG, the new A45, in that lovely race livery that we saw in the Christmas video. Now this is a development car, so there's only so much that we can gauge today as the car is incomplete, but take it as a teaser for the full reveal. This car sits above the A35 as a full fat AMG, just like the 63 and the GT models, and as such is a one-man, one-engine car. And here is that all-new hand-built 2-litre turbo engine. There's no new info on this yet, but we've heard it may be over 400 brake horsepower, mated to a new 8-speed gearbox, which we'll see later going through the gears. Exactly what makes this engine new, however, we have yet to find out. But how's this for an awesome surprise? This unit is built by our very own F1 Mike, the legend himself. What are the chances of that? Now today, it's not about the power, it's not about the engine, it's not about those figures. Today is all about the brand new 4MATIC Plus system, because AMG's engineers were given the task by Tobias Moores to make a car that's more dynamic. So where we had the previous A45, it's much like today's A35, a much more easy to drive, not the most dynamic car unless it was in wet conditions. And now the A35 serves that similar role. This car was given a new brief. It has to be the king of dynamism in the compact sector, and that is the job that the new A45 has. So to achieve that, they've given it a new rear axle. It's got a differential with 2 clutches on each side in order to provide it full power to the rear when needed, but we'll explore that when we go out for a co-drive later on. But I want to show you just a few things on the design. One, you can obviously notice the Panamericana grille hiding behind there. That grille is signature of all the flagship AMGs, hence will be on all 45s as well. But it's not just that. In person, I can see everything from the front wing onwards is brand new on this car, much like the E63 S. The bonnet has power domes. The car is much, much wider than the A35 on the front. The lights almost seem to sit in a wider position, and we've got bigger air intakes hiding under there. All in all, expect a big change like you get from normal E-Class to E63 S. Sure, you guys can see the bigger brake discs hiding behind these standard aero-like wheels like you get in the C63. And the rear has that big wing from the aero pack and the quad round pipes. And the wheels seem to just sit wider a bit on the rear. But I don't want to spoil any of that for you yet. We need to see the final car because this is just development. What is this car going to look like? When is the premiere going to be? I think it's going to be very soon, perhaps even at Geneva. I mean, we've often done renders of this car in the past, and it could have looked like this, or maybe something like this. Oh, I really don't know. I just can't wait to see it. So let's jump in with one of our drivers and see what this baby can do here on the ice of Sweden. Okay, so guys, here we are in the new A45. I'm with AMG expert and driver Tim.
Nice
How you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm so excited about this. So we're going to now start on this icy circle, and we're in race mode at the moment, right?
No, we are in drift mode.
We're in drift mode and race mode. So Tim, if you want to go ahead, we can start.
Go for a lap now.
Yeah.
So we are, in sport mode, or in drift mode, and go here to our circle.
Let's go for a little bit of a lap and see what this car is.
We go second gear, turn in, and like a rear-wheel drive car, we go on power, shift up in third, and now we can go really sideways. We are here on our 100% ice circle and go very sideways with our newest baby here from Arjeplog. You can do it for your own. If you go more on power, you get more angle.
Now you guys, you will see that today the hero is the 4MATIC system in terms of information for you guys. So this is a brand new 4MATIC Plus system. It's not, although the effect of it is very similar to the E63 and the GT, that you get a really nice sideways angle in drift mode, the actual application of the rear axle is totally new. So the engineers were given a job to make the new A-Class a much more dynamic car. So, as you can see right now, and they have achieved that by making a new rear axle. So what we've got here is a differential with clutches on both sides of the diff. And the previous system was called a reactive system, but this one is called active because you get that torque into the rear wheels immediately. So you could bring, like, when you're turning, as Tim is doing now, depending on which side you're turning, you get almost 100% going to that rear wheel to give you that nice slide. I believe we've got 100% on our right side.
Yeah, we are now nearly 100. We could 100%, but we do it not in every condition.
Yeah, it depends how the car is moving,
depends,
etc. Yeah. So just like in the GT and the E63, you activate the drift mode in the same way, and you can see the effect of it. You can't really do this in the other A45. Tim, you're just having too much fun.
Now we go here in our very nice pad. Here we can drive through an 8.
Oh, nice.
Now it's much more slippery than before. And you see all 4 wheels here on full on slip.
Now, just because we're having all this fun doing drifting doesn't mean that that's the only purpose of this new 4MATIC Plus. Whereas in the old A45, at the limit, when you would start to understeer and lose grip, this car gives you a bit of play in the rear thanks to more power going to the rear, and thus you'll be that much faster and more dynamic through more difficult corners.
Really good to drive back and off roads on.
Now, while we can't talk about numbers and power and all the rest of it, I want you to just look at how much fun Tim is having. And the smile on his face, that is the essence of this new car. That is what you couldn't really do in the previous one. It's the place that the A35 is taking now. This car is a different animal, and listen to it. It sounds so good, but do remember, guys, this is a development car. Don't judge the interior, don't judge the sound yet either. Although I did get the sports exhaust button on. Oh, it sounds good. Man, it reminds me a bit of the C63 in its sound.
We have here our 2-liter turbo engine, and I think it makes
new one. It's going to be over 400 brake horsepower, as we've discussed. What a beast of a car. It's a totally different animal.
Should we go for full power?
Now let's go for full power. Oh. So Tim, what's the effect of this on you as a driver?
I think with that new A-Class, I think it's benchmark if we will sell it in this segment. You had a front wheel with hang-on allrad, all-wheel drive, and it's not so hard to drift. You can drift on wet conditions, dry conditions, on snow. So have fun with that, with our new baby here.
So essentially, I mean, it's just like if you jumped into a C63 or an E63 with the rear-wheel drive activated, you can do pretty much all the dynamic driving of those cars in this little baby now as well. Which is amazing. So show us, what can we do?
Should we go for a donut?
Yeah.
I think we go for a donut.
I think we're going to do a donut now, because why not? Woohoo! This is not A45 behavior, this is new.
I think I'm getting a bit ill now.
Just a little bit. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that first look at the A45. My heart is still pounding here. I think it sounds great. The dynamics are totally different. The sound, very interesting. I said sound twice because it's good. I cannot wait for the launch. Tim, thank you so much, man. Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. The launch is going to be soon. We'll try the car on the dry and whenever that premiere happens, but I can't even rearrange my thoughts at the moment. I can't speak because I'm so excited. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do like and share the video as always, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Awesome.